Enter the current time. We're doing this again. There we go. Hang on, hang on. Oh, what's up? What's happening? Before we just started, can I say something? Wait, before we get started, can I say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock. I appreciate that. Nice. This is how I know that you care about this experience you're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing the times you're setting is correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whenever each time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. Okay. Yeah, so we left off last time. We got the Stanley Parable 2. That's how the last one ended. Okay, we've seen this before, and we're in here. There's balloons here now.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Oh. There's a bucket here now. Wait, why? Why is that been placed there? It's a weird addition.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I did? What if I... So, like, we did... Well, I can't remember what we did last time, in fairness to you. I think we did the normal ending. Then we got the ending where we were in... some other game. And then we got... I think it was the apartment ending. And then we got the Stanley Parable 2. So, I guess we'll just go this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Right. What else is he going to say?
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right. Then walking to the lounge. Then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired. Perhaps this was where the bucket felt most truly at home. Here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home. But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge.
Okay.
And they took the first open door on the left to get back to business.
Oh yeah, we also did that, the line. The line was through that, wasn't it?
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
What the fuck is that?
The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Is that a collectible?
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley
Okay, looks like we're doing that now.
Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savour each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Okay, will do. Simples. Now what? Do I just go back? Do this thing? What is through here? Where the fuck am I? So the tape recorders.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track.
What the fuck is going on?
Nothing feels real anymore.
Who is this?
The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time.
Is this
I
Stanley
pick it up.
talking?
No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms.
I think this bucket needs to get
Why
gone.
everything feels so...
So,
What do I do with this treasure? I
think you need help.
can monetize it.
What?
Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get...
Oh god, what's happened?
What's that? Who's there? Camporata.
The fuck is Gamborata? What?
All
Okay.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I think that's a new ending, chat.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh wait, so there is actually a meeting on. Wait, did I turn the other one off?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Okay, that was definitely Stanley that was talking in that log, no? And we also have those things to collect as well.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, no, I'm going back on the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top.
No, I'm not
There's
going to ride it
something
to the
up there
top.
I
I'm going to
need
go
you
down
do.
there.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
There we go. He didn't say anything this time. Last time I jumped down, he didn't. He said like loads of shit. It's because I remember this. No buckets
No,
past this
stop.
point.
Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket?
What do you mean I don't know
suppose that
what a
would
bucket
explain
is?
a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which,
What?
if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences
No, it
on
couldn't.
the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket.
This is ridiculous.
Please, step
I
in
got
here for a
on.
moment.
Oh, in here? What the fuck? Oh, it's another dark room. It's a loading screen. Is this a bucket?
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect.
Seriously?
It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual
Oh, fuck you.
Item 2. Is
Come on.
this a bucket?
Is that another hologram?
Incorrect.
Really?
It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
This is fucking ridiculous now. It's another bucket.
Item 3. Is this a bucket? Correct.
There we go.
This is a bucket.
What's going to be next? What the
Item 4. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket.
Okay.
To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one.
Seriously.
Is this a bucket?
If the answer's fucking yes, I swear.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
How is that a bucket? Is that a bucket?
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Yes, it's a bucket.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
What do you mean it's both? How's it both? No, it's a dickhead.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one.
Alright, we're gone.
Should be
We're
around
done.
Here somewhere.
No, we're done here. We're done. We get to leave now. Fuck it. Yeah, let's just guess.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something. And therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out.
Yeah,
I've lost
so am
all
I.
sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
Alright, that was
Okay.
short-lived.
Here we go.
So everything is a
What
bucket.
happened? Is everything gone?
Everything is a bucket. I was right.
Everything disappeared. Wait,
I was right.
everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all.
Ah,
and you,
fuck.
Stanley,
No, you're a
you're
knobhead.
still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, Tell you what, I'll reset everything.
Bring the buckets
We'll put
back.
back all of the buckets, okay?
Bring the
And
buckets
we'll know
back.
that it's all a bucket. But if
Okay.
you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that.
Alright, will
Who
do.
knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Alright. That was so the endings changed based on whether or not I have a bucket,
All of
maybe?
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ah, that's another awaiting input there.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
What if I bring the bucket to the meeting room? Because there's a poster on the wall that said something to do with the
Stanley
meeting room.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Let's do it. Oh. Whoa. Trust the completionist instinct. Oh wait, this places to search for these. Stairs, something to do with stairs. This is some weird something. This is some kind of a game. There must be a point to this. Stairs. Okay, there has to be one under the boss's stairs. Wow. 5 them, just take it from me. Collect them all. So I've done 2 of them already. Stairs, okay, let's do that. There will be a reward for finding them all. Lies. Stop kidding yourselves. Maybe we're all collectibles. Shut the frick up. Okay, let's just do the stairs bit.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's
No.
office.
No, it didn't. Ah, yes.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that.
Stanlerines?
Another Stanlerine under your belt.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. What's in here?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing
Oh,
his
I'm not even
boss,
going up anymore.
admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all.
Why is there just one car here? How did he get in?
Stanley thought. Usually
there,
the
I'm
bucket is
assuming.
a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these.
This is like this is a tiny
He held
car
the
park.
bucket
What the
close,
fuck?
Yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up
Shit,
with
I've
someone
got an
else's
imposter bucket.
This is all terribly wrong. Surely no
Got an
good would
imposter
come from
bucket.
this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychological
Wait.
grounding presence of
It's
the
gone.
bucket.
It's gone. The bucket's gone.
Indeed.
What am I doing? I
Now
can't.
he
The
noticed
bucket's gone.
rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd.
Yeah, the rooms are
He felt
repeating.
himself floating off the ground.
Oh, great.
Gracious.
Where am I doing? Where am I going?
Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
The
Could
bucket.
it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his
Shit,
special
only one bucket.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
I'm going. I'm
He
going.
had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley
Maybe I am a
doubled
bucket.
over in agony and blacked out. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
So Stanley just died then. We're playing as someone else now.
Mariella woke up on a day like any
It's
other.
the Mariella
She
Parable
arose,
now.
got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work.
She even
But
shares
on
a
this
fucking
particular
bucket.
day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself.
Why does she have
and
a
then
bucket?
collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course, he'd gone mad, ranting
No
and raving
bucket.
about a narrator
The
describing
fucking
all of his actions,
Mega
and
Mind
how
me.
everything is predetermined,
No
and free
bucket.
will is an illusion, and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks
My
ass.
life kicks
and
ass.
she backflipped all the way to work.
Okay, that's one way of going about things.
All of
Right.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
So we've got a bucket now.
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
I'm going back to that meeting room to find out where the other things are.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Here we go. What's about this? Somewhere where both red and blue. But I tried to go there before, but maybe I have to do it without the bucket? A private but smelly place for an important person. I feel like I know where that is. I feel like I know where that is.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Yes!
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies.
They're
What do you
both
think?
terrible names.
What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from
Just
seeing
call them
a small
Stans.
number in the corner
Or
of your
some
screen
shit, I
go
don't
up
know.
by one? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Okay. Ah, nice. Oh, we can get in. Oh, that's just uncalled for. Business strategy. What, just shoot a panda? What the fuck? Oh. Now that is a glowing piece of paper. Just go down. Let's just leave. Oh, that's why this music was playing earlier. Why is he ad-libbing? I'm done. I'm done. Where are we gonna end up? What a fucking troll. What a troll.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
No, because we did this
Now,
before and I
in
didn't
his
do that.
darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket
Wait a
would,
minute.
and he knew it.
How come right
The
click
two
is
of
to
them
move
were
forward?
inseparable. At this point,
Why is
Stanley
right click
was
to
so
move
absorbed
forward?
in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk.
Doesn't he just...
Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Aha!
You're getting close
I'm
now,
smashing
Stanley.
this.
You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very
Figler
soon,
and
you'll
Marines?
collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it.
That will be it. That
We'll
will be
different
it.
people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them.
Yeah.
And now
We have
them
all of them.
You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines.
That's
None
good.
of us
I don't
can.
want to. I don't want to go back.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Yeah.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
I did do that. I did exactly that. Boom.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Oh, I'm going back. I'm going back. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. We'll turn them off. Turn them off. Ah. Oh! Okay, well, down we go.
But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the
That's
mind
an ending?
control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below.
What?
Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. What to do next? Stanley wondered.
I can't see.
Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here.
Okay, will do.
So they set up a little couch and relaxed.
Oh.
It really wasn't so bad down here. A bit cold, perhaps.
We got a heater?
After
Oh, a
some
telly.
time had gone by,
In the
they
kitchen.
installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis.
Yes.
But it wasn't until the rugs
Oh,
and the
lamp.
standing
A rug.
lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home.
Oh,
In
this
fact, after
chair
some
doesn't have
time,
collision.
Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control
Is that what's outside?
facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home.
What's
slowly
that noise
decayed.
that's coming up?
Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning.
And neglected the cleaning.
It unsettled the bucket deeply.
Oh.
Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley
Okay.
was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually.
I doubt it.
It's
Not when
what
it
the
looks like
bucket
this.
was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
That's okay.
Stanley knew the
Didn't even
office
try and
layout
do that,
like
to
the
be honest
back
with
of
you.
his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Oh. Oh. Why all the computers like this?
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
Oh wait,
to
no.
his chest
Ah, shit. Wait, no.
and entered the door.
I can't go into the red and blue place without with the bucket. What now? Wow. Okay. It's just loads of buttons. Oh, they activate again. I thought I could like press them all. Okay, there doesn't appear to be anything here, so we're gonna begin the game again. Well, that was fun. That's just gonna stay like that now. That's cool.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What if I do it with the
What
bucket?
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket.
Ah, is that not gonna
Off on
open now?
Another thrilling adventure together.
Never mind. We need to go to the red and blue place, so we can't have that on us. Oh. This place is different. Not too different, but it's different.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, we didn't. We went to the red and blue place again.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. What? Really?
There we go.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Make sure we don't miss it.
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Yes.
Give me a chance.
We got
And there
them.
it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly.
Stiggly
Savor this
Wiggly.
moment, Stanley. This is a
What?
real accomplishment. This is doing
No,
something
man.
just for the sake of doing it.
It definitely
Where so
is.
many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
Yep.
I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we
We
can
are.
go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
I'll be hunting for endings, to be honest with you. Oh, I could just stay here. 5th annual subcommittee meeting in internal revenue analysis for committees of the Royal Revenue Discussion Club. Bit of word salad there.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, I went through the blue door already, so let's do
Oh,
this.
thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh, there's 2 doors now. Really?
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here.
Oh.
Yes.
The doorway just
Oh,
disappeared.
It's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
It's just a bunch of
I
blue
actually
shine
feel
orbs and
happy.
lights and shit. It does look kind of cool, but really, this is what's making you happy? What's going to happen when it gets to the middle? Please get to the middle. Oh, what the fuck? What's in here?
No, wait. Where are you going?
Kids drawing?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Well, that's a very direct sort
Please,
of
no,
instruction on what to
Stanley, let
do.
me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley. No! Oh, no. No, no. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
I mean, you're going to keep resetting the game anyway, so I don't know why you're complaining.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Bye, and boom. Oh, what?
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all.
You should have let me fucking
Well, this one is yours.
walk through the fire watch game. If you didn't put up all those walls, I wouldn't have done this. But you know what? Suck your mother.
Is it over?
Yep,
It's going to restart, isn't it?
it definitely is.
I'm going back.
Oh, that's reset now as well. Oh, the balloons are gone. It really has restarted. What the fuck?
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figglers. I haven't
Seriously?
stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life?
Not
Didn't it
exactly.
fill you to the brim with inner richness?
You're acting
I
weird
know
now.
I'm supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
Are we going back
I
here?
would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Just, okay. When Stanley found the collectibles. Yeah.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure,
Yep.
it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain?
I
We were
mean,
so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
so we've got 7 out of 6 now. Okay, then what?
And here was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the warehouse. You did that, Stanley.
I did, yeah.
I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways. Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand?
It was
Can you
this one.
remember?
Yeah, it was this one.
Hey, Okay, that's exactly right. It was here, under the stairs. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you
Sorry,
had
chap.
3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your 3rd time doing anything.
Sorry about that.
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a figley in this pink room.
What?
Well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
It definitely didn't happen. What the fuck is this? We went behind this wall, but
This was the 5th mini-stand, and this one was really something special. It was behind the boss's office. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion.
Really?
Enjoy.
What? I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Okay.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Okay. Oh, nice. What's this? Then this was the last one.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others.
Yeah.
Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other, except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Okay, back in the memory zone.
And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Okay. Okay. That's, yeah.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready
You
to
mean
move
you're not
on.
done?
Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay
What
here
the
keep
fuck?
enjoying these figurines? Let's just
Let
go
me play
backwards.
the rest of the
We'll do
game.
memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Oh my. Okay, there we go. Here we go.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this.
Do
I
you?
must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear
Recency
in my mind.
bias.
Let's keep going. I want more. And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Yeah, I do. Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
that
love
one,
that
yeah.
video.
This
Still don't
weird
remember the
pink room.
Stanley.
I don't remember
Still
this
no
place.
memory of this one. Good room though. A solid room.
Yeah, a decent room.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Yeah. so mindfuck. Wait, what happens if I go over here? Nothing. Okay, never mind.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember?
Yes.
I remember it too.
It happened
the
today.
Past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
I think we're done. Are we not? Oh no, there's this last one, the starry place.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the Figlarines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley.
Oh,
I want to
fuck
keep going.
me,
What
man.
else is there? What came before this?
The exit. Oh yeah, this one. We're just going back through the game now.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now.
So we're
Look
just
how
going
much
back.
fun the past is.
Oh.
Oh yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
I think they both lead to the same place, don't they? Yeah. And then there's this
And
office.
before everything else, there was your office.
Yep.
Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
No, we were
There's
here.
something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
Can you?
I can remember.
God, here we go. Here we go.
I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then
Yeah.
I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely?
Yeah,
Yes,
probably.
Perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want
want to get rid of
back to how
Stanley.
it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much.
Okay. Here we go.
This
This
is the story of a
man
man
named
named
Stanley. Do. Okay, looks like we're not doing the whole thing. Right.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after.
Oh.
Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Yeah, I mean the outside is just whiteness. Okay, what was I doing before that? I can't remember. Okay, wait, pause. I can't remember anything anymore. The memory zone's fucked my memory.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, this place is normal
Still
again.
no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Is there still stuff here?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Yep, bucket
was
knew.
the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Down we get. Okay.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
We did, and we didn't fall off the edge this time.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Yeah.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life,
So one
and
been
Stanley
fired,
nearly
two people
dropped
been
the bucket
fired.
in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, they put a barrier here so I can't get on top of that. What if I go around? Wait. I'm just trying not to fall off the edge so I don't get to the same ending again. Okay, never mind. They put barriers there. Never mind. Up we get.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had
I
the
doubt
bucket
it.
been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was
Right.
the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world.
So
They high-fived in a
Wait.
really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
obviously I know if I turn it off I just escape. So I'm going to turn it
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust
I don't-
when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
Oh.
Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again. Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world.
What the
Mind
fuck?
controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Yeah. Yeah, I was. That's probably one of the best endings to a game ever. I just spat everywhere, but that is probably one of the best endings to a game ever.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
So as we figured out, endings are different based on whether or not you have the bucket. So what does that ending look like without the bucket? That's what I'm here to find out.
Two open doors.
No, I didn't.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I did.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Control?
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go.
What happens if I go in there?
Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is.
I'm gonna be able to do something.
Talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that?
I'm sure you can do something.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there.
It says incorrect, suggesting that there is a correct,
dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
Oh, you can go up there now.
I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
I'm gonna do this ending again so I can get through that door.
Is it that you
I'm
have
dedicated
no idea
to it.
where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Not really, to be honest with you.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're
okay, fuck it, we'll just watch it then.
See you made humble. This is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully?
We could just wait.
Another choice.
I'm not
willing. Or don't. It's all the same.
I'm just gonna wait until
part of the joke. And believe me, I
so I
will
can do
be
this
laughing
again.
at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
There we go. We're doing that again, and I'm getting through that door. I'm convinced. I'm convinced you can get through it. And if I can't, then
All
fuck
of his
it.
co-workers, a good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction. Stanley.
We're gonna stop taking the left door now,
This
finally.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was
What happens
wrong.
if I do the confusion ending with the
Stanley
bucket?
took the door on his left to go, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
No, we didn't. We went down. We're about to line this shit up.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here.
What?
I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see, your
line is
friends and
here.
I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket
Hey, it wasn't
isn't
my
even
choice,
from the
okay?
original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave
Is
you
that
the
the
bucket,
fern?
but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line?
No,
We
exactly.
can make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it. Whee! Look at that.
Who's
wacky
driving
line.
that?
Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Raw assets, map, and splitter. Okay, well the music's back. Dun, 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 dun. I'm not gonna have to look at a fern again, am I?
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it.
Do you
for the
forget to build
fans,
the rest of this
Stanley.
room?
Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up. Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already
What
feels
the
as though it's
fuck?
been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell
Does
it
it
out.
make paninis?
Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready. Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
I don't want to do it.
I can hear you say,
don't wanna-
how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters?
Yeah.
Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other
Why is
object
it
in this
breaking
game
everything?
Can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We
No,
can't
fuck
get
this
back to the
Destroyer.
classic Stanley Parable characters like
Yes,
the
we can.
Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it
No.
for the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Whoa.
Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had
Prized
so much
creation?
potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Okay. Yay! We kept the bucket. We have kept the bucket. Oh. This place is all different.
His co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Welcome to the whiteboard ending. Oh god, no, that's really annoying. Oh, it's like coloured differently as well. Okay.
Ah, the embrace of an old friend. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And
where am I going now? I'm going to the apartment ending, actually.
No, never mind.
With a phone.
The bucket was wrong.
Yeah, because that'll be different now with the bucket.
To go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the
Oh,
way
shit.
to the top.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket,
Okay.
his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
It's not what I meant to do there, to be completely honest with you. It's not what I meant to do there. Oh.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
The Future Happiness Foundation? What happens if...
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
What if I take the bucket in here? Why did the door not close this time? What was the significance of that phone call? I don't know. I know there's a thing I can do if I just stay in here, right? What if I wait? I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! What the fuck? Holy shit. What the fuck? Is this it? Okay. Am I actually getting closer to this? I think I am. I know in the regular ending for this I have to restart the game myself, but I don't know anymore. What the fuck is this? I'm getting closer to this thing. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna get right up against it. It is gonna take a while, like. Oh. Oh. If you stay there long enough, you just get thrown back out.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Well, here are the boxes. Does this look like 700 and however many she said? Were there more boxes? There are. There are loads of boxes.
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Okay, well, it looks like that's where the boxes come from.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No.
We're going back and
said
do
the
this the way I
Don't go to
remember
the
now.
meeting room. Go somewhere else.
Up there.
The cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Okay, and then we go.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home.
Sure thing. I mean, it does take us back to an apartment.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press K to take me to work with you.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Press L to take the bucket back home with you.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Take it back to work. Will do.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't
No,
think,
it's more than a
it
bucket.
can't talk.
It's more than a
All
bucket.
it would ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't
That's
do
all I need it for.
anything else.
Don't listen to the loud man. Press P to take us back home.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
What apartment looks like this? Press N to ignore anyone in your life except for me.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
It does have a nice shine to it, look. But you believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press T to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Press K to relive the same day with me over and over again.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Press C to go home, to work, to home, to work, to home, to work, to home, to blah, blah, blah.
No. I'm having feelings for the bucket. No. What's going on?
What do you mean you're having
Why do I
feelings
want
for the
to be
bucket?
with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would
I'm
be
gonna shag
less
the bucket.
confusing.
I'm gonna shag the
Yes.
bucket.
The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket.
Fuck
Give it
off.
to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need
Hide
it.
it, hide
Give
it.
it to me now. Give it, or I'll...
Go back to work, Stanley. Well, that was intense.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward.
Corridor looks different. Corridor's different. Okay, it's not that different.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
What else can we do now? Actually, yeah, escape. We can escape.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
I mean, I can meet a violent death in the other one as well. You blew the whole place up.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Oh, here we go. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never loading. And we're in.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be.
Well, there we go.
Sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Well, I've taken a huge L here.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator.
No, there's another
As Stanley
narrator.
and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
Oh. Right. So the bucket's fine. And I'm fine, actually. The Stanley
It was a shame,
Parable.
the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but
Yeah.
this one stood above the rest.
It
was
definitely
a
did.
glorious bucket to behold.
It was a magnificent bucket. Oh, the bucket's gone. The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. I'm not reading all that.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than
25
Stanley will
buckets.
ever be in his short life?
I'm pretty sure there's more than 25 buckets there. A bucket with 2 handles. Really stepping things up there. There's also random chairs. Just every now and then. Oh. Inferno bucket. Oh god, I'm fucking tired already. An inferno bucket. Distress bucket and analogy. Okay. Whoa. The cave drawing. Okay.
No man can own a bucket, and
I can.
certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
I disagree. The hanging bucket. And down we get. Oh. I didn't realise the bucket was even there.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
Oh. We're
Let
back.
Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
And that's us gone. I'm not restarting the game. Oh, there we go. Just like that.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again. Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace, protective yet delicate, assertive yet compassionate. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No. I want to go to the place where we ended up with the tape recorder without the bucket this time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
yeah,
he
this
entered the... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Yeah, so going to here without the bucket
Stanley
this
had now
time.
gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you?
For a second, yeah, I did.
What explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording?
A little bit,
It was
yeah.
all just in Stanley's head.
All in the
I
head.
bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock.
Okay,
at the
now you're just taking the
phenomenal
piss
and
out of me now.
intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
What happens if I go back? It's another phone call.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message
I'm trying.
into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Right, well. Yeah. Now what? Let's see. What can we do? The broom closet with the bucket, maybe?
Stanley's bucket. The only co-worker he would ever truly need. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it?
Yeah.
The broom closet. It
Yeah.
wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
I mean, it
I
makes
can really
sense.
feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in.
No.
Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how
Has it?
low the broom closet has sunk, that
As
it
far
has
as
to
I'm
resort
aware.
to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons.
Yeah, I
This
can
is
tell.
worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient?
Yeah,
that your
it
life
is.
is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your
Yeah.
feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Boom, boom, boom. You know?
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we
Really?
go.
Ah.
There. Now it's settled. No more debate.
It is.
No more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Yep.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see?
Yep.
I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if
Yeah.
you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket.
Yeah.
There really
It
is
is.
a wide variety of applications for this sticker. You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Okay, I think that's the end of that then.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
We'll do the normal ending with a bucket. I don't know if I've done that yet.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. Dun, dun, dun.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it.
What was that on the screen just there? Did you see that? Let's wait for these to change again. What's that on that board? That red circle.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket.
He screamed it into the bucket.
His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
That's right.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided...
We did it. We did it. Yeah.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over?
Was it over?
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and...
Oh, fuck.
Well, wait, what was happening?
I knew it. I knew it wouldn't be so simple.
Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms.
Shit.
Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
I can't even escape with the bucket. I have to do it on my own.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Damn, so the only way to actually
Stanley
escape the
decided
place
to go
is
to
just
the meeting
do
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
as
memo.
the narrator tells me, even without the bucket. Okay. Trying to think what else we can do. Pretty much done everything now. What else could I do? There isn't much else I can really think of. I could... try... Wait, let me try something. Let me do a little thing. It requires going back to where we just were, but let me do a little
When Stanley
thing.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah.
Here's the door, just go.
Okay. Do I need to be fucking weird about it? That fucking scared me.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
See, last time I got into the chair, jumped off the railing with the bucket. But what if I do it without the bucket?
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending.
Will do.
That enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you.
Yeah.
I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section.
Really?
You won't hear it anywhere else in the game.
Okay.
It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending.
I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
Nice. Sweet. Another recorded message? What?
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Future
We are
Happiness
confirming your
Foundation.
shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work.
There's
Can
gonna
you
be more
verify
boxes
that this
next
is
time.
correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
God, why are there gonna be? There's gonna be more boxes next time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
What? It was okay. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. I thought it was okay. Really? You're not going to say anything else?
Yes.
Here we go.
Really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating
No,
that
I'm
even
straight.
though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I didn't. I went up. I'm going to do something mad with
Stanley
this
was
phone.
so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I saw something before when I walked into the thing, and I walked into here, and it was like,
Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
I did. Yes, I did.
That wasn't
You're
supposed to be a
fucking right,
choice.
I
How
did.
did you do that? You actually chose
Yeah.
incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
I've got a new ending.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white.
That's not what happens.
Not
I die at the
picking
end of
up
that
the
one.
phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand.
I've been making incorrect choices the whole
How on earth are you
time.
making meaningful choices?
Meaningful?
What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
I'm a real boy. I'm a real boy. That is true. I am a real person.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
Okay, I don't need to be
This helpful
another
instructional
video.
Choice. It's
Okay.
the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world
Okay.
to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real.
Okay.
Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness, it's 4:30.
Excellent. Making choices
Not even
on a
close
regular
to be able-
basis is the best part to a healthy
Oh
decision-making
my god,
process.
this fucking game hurts my
Medical
brain.
professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome
What the
back.
fuck?
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Danger everywhere. Okay.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
Yeah,
That story
how would
no
that make
at
sense?
all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Yeah, okay, I see, I hear that. Okay, we're just going back.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Okay.
All right.
From the top.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, he didn't.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Okay, let's try that. Oh no.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work?
I don't know. I don't know.
What's the answer?
I think we
What do
just
I do? What do I do?
You just let me get over this table, we can carry on.
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down.
You don't have to shut the game down? What's wrong with you? No! Oh god, what's happened? Whoa.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
He actually knows how to do what I tell him to.
Okay.
He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it?
Not
That
really.
there's a world outside of you. You're a child.
No, I don't think so.
My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and
Was it
been
underground?
victorious.
I thought it
would
was
have been
above
so
ground.
Perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make
Oh.
behave exactly as Stanley would. That means
Oh, we're
choosing
back.
responsibly and
Oh, we're
always
back. We're
putting
back.
the
We're all the way
story
back.
first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope. Still not doing it.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Oh.
Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Oh,
That means
no.
Choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to
Okay.
a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Oh, God.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the
Okay.
task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Okay.
That
Oh,
means
shit.
choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Okay, it's all repeating now. I'm gonna go left this time.
Would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my
Okay.
lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Is it all? Is it fine now?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Sure. Can't open that anymore. What's on this? Nothing. Oh. What is this?
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
There's no thing on
Shocked,
here anymore.
Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this.
It's the receiver.
Until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode.
Oh,
He
really?
had seen it on
Okay.
his boss's computer just last week.
Okay, let's do
Night
it.
Shark 115.
Night Shark
Was this the code
115.
to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself.
This is not what the
the
story was
courage to
before, by the
face
way.
unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115. I know it doesn't actually do anything, just to be clear. Okay, I'm just doing it for the sake of it. Night Shark 115.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke
Night
it
Shark
into the receiver.
115. Isn't
right there on
115
the
that
wall.
one song from Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies game?
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Yeah,
You didn't mishear me, did you?
there's no
Please
microphone setting in this
speak
game.
the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I'm trying, brother. I'm really trying. You not seen how many times I've said it?
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what?
It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell
you just keep
wanted
resetting me.
over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Oh no.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
What?
doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm playing as the narrator now.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The
I
end.
need you to walk through the door.
Stanley Parable
Are
Ultra
you
Deluxe.
listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
So what, is that the real
Stanley,
ending?
This is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something.
Really?
Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this.
Created with
Story
Unity.
needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
Sorry,
That's all
Leroy.
right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
This is mad. What? Are there
All of
fucking
his
more boxes?
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Fucking
Stanley decided
boxes.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So,
Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all? No. No, surely not.
now, my only question now is, what does that ending look like with the bucket? Because that ending was mental just on its own. With the bucket, it's going to be even more mental.
Tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind.
Oh, we've got much bigger things on right now than whatever the bucket's got
Stanley
on.
took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, he didn't.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Wait.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Yeah.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Here we go.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone?
Yeah.
Were you
Damn
trying to
straight.
resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things.
I don't
Buckets
know, it was
can't
pretty
talk.
convincing.
It was a joke. Don't you
The
get
voice
the
was pretty
joke?
convincing.
It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes.
Oh, of
there
course,
is.
there's enough fucking video to
It's
watch.
sitting right here. Let's take a look.
Here we go.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last?
Right.
How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies?
Political
And
enemies?
more importantly, Can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds?
I hope so.
Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper.
Okay.
If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body.
Why?
These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm dunny with the funny."
I'm dunny with
Let's
the funny.
practice screaming, "I'm dunny with the funny" now.
I wouldn't, because I'm going to get in shit if I scream that, but I'm dunny with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian.
Okay.
An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same
10
question
pages long.
reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp.
Okay.
After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence, and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Okay.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well,
Yeah.
no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery.
Okay.
Come along, let's head back.
Alright, let's go. Well, he's lost one of the stickers. The bucket's lost one of the stickers. That's bullshit.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me.
I
Thank
disagree.
goodness we have the instructional
I very much
video.
disagree.
Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now? Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink
Yeah,
things.
just don't. Stop talking. Okay. Same
Here
as
we
before.
go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they
He
entered the
entered the
door
door
on the left.
I didn't though, did I? Ah.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this.
Yeah, what
There was
happened?
supposed to be a build-up to this point. A
Yeah.
dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit, which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's
happened?
completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors.
No, but it doesn't though.
What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm
You
not.
didn't have it.
I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I think I need to go back and rewatch that
No,
instructional
please.
video again. Yes, surely that will help me improve my...
Come on.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Okay, if it repeats this time, then I will just go to the right.
What? We're back at the phone already?
I think it is.
No. Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
I'm gonna double check, just to be sure.
What? We're back at the phone already? No.
Okay, there we go. Okay, it's repeating now.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left. No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic...
Oh wait, yeah, I was
now.
supposed to go on the right this
The joke
time.
is completely down and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Oh,
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No.
God.
No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instruction.
I think that a comment from Cookie9 just made this guy go mental.
Make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Oh God.
Let's see.
Another in video. So I think that's gonna be us for today.